Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be our semifinals, the first one of the evening in the Open Arena Tournament. cSOstang. Oh, man. I'm going to have trouble with this one. Tang. I want to say Tang. cSOstang. We'll just call him Tang, I guess. I hope that's correct. And CCalms going to be everybody's favorite Protoss player. Apparently he's got some good old fans out on the live stream, kicking it, having a good old Merry Christmas Eve for our last tournament this week. Went ahead and ran one for Christmas Eve just in case. He is going to be spawning down here as the pink Protoss at the bottom left right-hand corner. Yikes. Woohoo! And Tang going to be spawning as our orange Protoss up here in the top left. So a good old PvP here for a semi. Could be interesting. Oh my goodness, what is he saying here? Okay, the amount you win on Tal'Darim is directly proportional to the weight of something. I can't read it. I guess. Well, okay, so now we know. However, it is so cryptic that we just can't really figure it out. It's not usable for us noobs like us. And CCalms is just at that level where he can understand that language. Understand it indeed. He is going to be cruising around with his probe, wants to find out where his opponent is. No scouting from Tang quite yet. There he goes. He is going to scout now. So far, standard openers from both players. Looks like CCalms slightly ahead on his. Now, a lot of people say Forge Fast Expand is about the only way, or not Forge Fast Expand, I'm sorry, 4-Gate is about the only way to go on this map in a PvP, and so I assume from at least one of these players we're going to see a PvP. However, that being said, I do not really necessarily expect to see a 4-Gate from CCalms. I actually half expect to see him do his standard 3-Gate Robo. I see him do that all the time in our tournament settings. 3-Gate Robo in his PvPs on these maps. In fact, our last open tournament, he took out in game... Well, he didn't take him out. He ended up losing the best of 3, but he did beat in game number 1 on this very map Cheetah Prime with that very build. And Cheetah Prime executed a absolutely sickening 4-Gate play. Making it happen, though. Good stuff. Looks like CCalms not going to... Oh, is he going to find this guy? He didn't find him. Wow, so Tang, lucky... Little Ducky is going to get this guy away. Whoa. That's big. Cool. If he can keep that guy in his base, it's really going to help him execute this 4-Gate play. Looks like that is what he's gearing up for. Notice he's going to be chrono boosting out that Warp Gate technology, but he's chrono boosting out his Stalker here as well. So that is a little bit interesting to me. I'm guessing maybe not like a true Korean 4-Gate. Usually you toss down your gate, your second, third, and fourth gateways a little bit later. He's looking. CCalms trying to figure out where the heck this guy went. 2 more gateways going down here for CCalms. He does have his robotics facility about to complete. You are going to see some chronos going down on this robotics. He can pretty well expect that his opponent's going to be headed his way, and then look at this. He's going to back out there immediately. Does see him cruising out. He saw the number of stalkers. Knows the attack is about to be headed his way. Probably going to see him back out with these units here momentarily, but still, this forward probe could toss down a pylon. This could be extremely difficult for CCalms to deal with if he can warp in right there in his base. Could be difficult indeed. Now we do see our first Immortal going to be out on the field here momentarily. And what do we got here? Tang gearing up back in a defensive position? I don't know. I'm mystified, to be honest. We've got 4 gates out for Tang. He is going to have that Warp Gate technology complete. Still no pylon, so he is biding his time. Very interesting stuff. CCalms going to be chrono boosting out his second Immortal here. He should be in great shape once he gets these extra Immortals out. He does have a good bunch of Zealots as well, and Warp-ins will commence off of his 3 gates. I think is going to be in phenomenal shape here. He's doing this all off the 1 gas, so keeping it close to the cuff, but he's definitely not taking a huge risk here because those Immortals are super effective against those Stalkers, especially with this many Zealots for for tanks. And we do see that pylon finally going down here. We've got another pylon gone down in this position here, and Tang is going to be pushing his 4-gate attack. Bunch of stalkers out on the field. Looks like he's staying with that just stalkers for now. We don't see any of your zealots quite yet. But it is about to be go time here. CCalms will play very defensively, I assume, in this position. Here comes Tang. He is going to be cruising forward with his stalkers. Oh my goodness, they are getting basically surrounded here by the zealots. We're going to see some warp ins here from Tang. Going to be a couple zealots, but look at this. These immortals blasting these stalkers away very, very quickly. The key is to keep those alive on a 4-gate, and they do indeed all go down. And now CCalms is in phenomenal shape. He just obliterated Tang's... Oh my goodness. GG says in game number 1. He just obliterated his army there. That is so many immortals to deal with. Great play there from both players. Looks like CCalms was super prepared for it, however. And now we'll be going into game number 2. Don't know tab always on Starcraft. We'll catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We've got live tournament action. Game 2 of this best of 3 semifinal. It is going to be taking place on MLG's Metalopolis. Tang and CCalms. He did not tell me what to call him, so I asked him, but he didn't tell me. I asked him twice. Too bad. That's alright. So Tang must be good enough for now. CCalms taking down game number 1. Going to put the pressure here on Tang. It is going to be that PvP, man. It's a very, very fragile matchup. Tang is going to be spawning as orange, strangely. Tang, see, that works for me. Orange Tang. Good old orange Tang. And that stuff was tasty, tasty. In fact, I'm going to go buy some. I guess not tomorrow, since tomorrow's Christmas, but I think all my... Where I live, all the stores in my town are going to be closed on Christmas. For people in big cities, you're like, what the heck? But yeah, I think everything's going to be closed here. So, yeah, I live in Texas, in Podunk, Texas. But he is spawning down here at the 6 o'clock position, and CCalms up here at the 8 o'clock. He is the pink Protoss. Sending out an early scout, wants to know what's going on. He's going to scout his opponent's base here very, very quickly. I wonder if he's going to go for the good old cheetah play here. Do you see a wall off going down here for Tang? And CCalms just cruising around here for just a little while. What is he putting down? It is a gateway. Nope, it is going to be a standard opener. I was hoping to actually see him go for that cannon rush. That would have been so funny to me, because he was so frustrated with Cheetah Prime that one day, man. 2 in a row, 2 absolutely well executed cannon rushes from Cheetah Prime, taking CCalms out in that tournament. Absolutely brutal stuff. But he is back. He is fighting, and there is not going to be any cannoning in this game. Cannon rushes on this map can be brutal, though, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brutal. Looks like Tang getting slightly ahead here. Is going to be pumping out a Zealot ASAP and heading him straight over to his opponent's base. Kind of interesting. Second gateway going down here for CCalms. He's giving the ... He knows what's coming. He's scouting this pretty good, seeing the double gateways. Going to toss down a forge here as well. Oh, here it comes. Don't play straight up on Metalopolis. That's the best advice I can give you. If you cheese on Metalopolis, man, you are sure to win. Expanding to gold too, right? Oh, CCalms does not like getting cheesed. Notice that Tang going to be tossing down a pylon here, and he is going to toss down a cannon in this position, I would assume. I think he may have jumped the gun a little bit there. But that's okay. CCalms does need to scout this, however. If that photon cannon is allowed to complete, it's going to make it extremely difficult. Yeah, he's in great shape here. Absolutely great shape. CCalms got to make this happen quickly, quickly. That's a lot of cannons now out on the field. This one is going to complete, but only for a second. Does die. CCalms going to have to get the heck out of there. 2 very bad, and there is a whole bunch of Zealots now out on the field here for Tang. Tang beating this guy back. Look at that. Looks like he may be able to take down game number 2. Oh, he doesn't want that high ground vision. Got to take out that probe. And that is looking really good here for Tang. CCalms skips the ROLFL. Oh man, why do you even bother doing this stuff in the tournament? Yes, he is definitely getting a little bit frustrated. I am just going to kill you next game. Just takes longer and you look like a moron to everyone watching. Wow. Game. Tang is victorious. We'll be going into our next game here momentarily, so don't alt-tab, always alt-Starcraft. We'll catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We have got live tournament action, and it is Tang and CCalms battling it out here in Game 3 of this best-of-3 semifinal matchup in ALT-Stracraft's Open Arena Tournament. Got to love it when we are tied going into Game 3, even if CCalms is a little bit frustrated with his opponent, who did cheese him a little bit in Game number 2 to take down that win. Zealot Rush, as well as some Cannon Rushing. Kind of an interesting play. I actually liked it quite a bit, though, to be honest. It was nicely done. And that is even the score. I mean, whatever works in a tournament setting, right? But CCalms is going to be spawning as our pink Protoss. He is up here in the top right-hand corner. In the top left, it is Tang, spawning as his tangy orange color. It's got a nice little decal as well. That actually looks pretty awesome. I like it. And CCalms is going to be starting with a standard opener. It looks as though Tang going to be hiding his pylon here. He's going to try and throw CCalms for a loop, but I assume that the fast scout here from CCalms will be rigorously checking around for things going down. Going to find that pylon ASAP. We'll see if Tang going to go for a standard opener here or not. It is indeed. He's got his gateway going down just slightly sooner. So 12 gate there from Tang. And CCalms going for his more standard 13 gate. But good scouting here from CCalms will let you know what's going on. Gas going down here for Tang. It appears to be a very standard opener thus far. CCalms will not be evacuating this until he absolutely has to. Going to try and keep track of his opponent here. He doesn't want to get thrown for a loop. That is the type of player he is, and I like Tang. I mean, you know, it was interesting in game number 1. I thought that he played very well. I think it was a good execution of a 4-gate, but CCalms really chrono boosting the daylights out of those immortals, making it happen that way was beautiful play. And Tang, you know, coming back with that cannon rush, maybe throwing CCalms for a loop. CCalms doesn't quite know what to expect from him, so he's gonna have to get that great scouting in here. Do you see the Cybercore going down this standard opener here for Tang? It could be a 4-gate type play here yet again. He does have a scout in his opponent's base. Second gas going down here for CCalms. And this doesn't look like his standard play. I'm guessing he's going to go for a gateway here. I mean a Stargate here. I don't know. But he's grabbing his second gas, so I'm thinking Stargate play at this point. He does have his Cybercore complete, but he's probably going to try and chase off this probe before he tosses that tech down. Doesn't want to have it scouted. But so far it is a 2-gate opener, and we'll see what he's going to go here in just a little bit for sure. But we'll guess at Stargate for now. Looks like the build here for Tang is going down pretty dang well. He's got double gateways out as well as the Cybercore working pretty hard. Chrono's going down, however, on the economy here, so good, an interesting play. And he did grab his second gas, and grabbing a Twilight Council here for Tang, and it looks like CCalms has evacuated there, so we could see either DTs here, or we could see some blink play. Either would be a good choice in this scenario. See what it's going to be. I'll tell you what, though, DTs could really throw CCalms off of his game here. Could be difficult. But let's see what he's got going. So far, so good. He's just chrono boosting out his army. He's got a sentry now in production momentarily, actually. Looks like that Stalker going to complete. And it is going to indeed be Stargate play, so we were correct in our assumptions. And down to the low ground he goes with triple Stalkers, and about to see a sentry as well. Back here at Tang's base, it is going to be a DT Shrine. And Rage River wanting to know what leagues these guys are. They are both very highly ranked master level players. Tang, I don't know much about. CCalms is I think his MMR is pretty good. Probably a potential for GM, but I don't know enough about Tang to say. So, but they're definitely great players. I mean, you can see that their control is phenomenal. Now, another gateway going down here for Tang is going to be 3 gates with DT. He's going to be putting down a forward pylon. CCalms going to be chrono boosting out a Phoenix here and is tossing down a robotics facility as well. That's lucky for him to get this sucker out. He'll have a nice unit composition here as well as the potential to hold off those DTs. Now, your DT Shrine is going to be completing here in just a little while. Ooh, 25 seconds and counting. Oh, this is when it gets dicey, guys. This is when it gets dicey. Now, hopefully CCalms is going to go for his Observer first here, but his robotics is about to finish. Observer. Oh, he's not doing it yet. Yikes. Okay, so he does not know. He does not know about this DT Shrine quite yet and is not going to be prepared with luck here. Oh, there he goes. He is going to get an Observer out. Whew. Man, he's going to need to chrono boost it too. But here comes your first DT. Does he see it? He's definitely going to know now, but here it goes. We do have your Phoenix going for a little bit of harass here in the meantime, but your DT going to pick up a couple kills. He's up to 4 already, and here comes your detection. Looks like CCalms should be able to clean this out in pretty good style. DTs held off, guys. Wow. That was pretty clutch. I'll be honest. I'm actually very, very impressed. I like this build from CCalms. I've seen this a couple times before. I'm not sure what to call this build. Maybe we should start naming it after CCalms because, quite frankly, I don't see many other people doing it. But, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's pretty good. Back to work with his Phoenix here. He's going to try and get down some more harass. And now Tang kind of stuck with very, very expensive DTs that he's just not going to be able to get tons done with. Looks like forges and gateways going down here for Tang. He's not expanded or anything yet, quite yet, but he's getting 5 gateways, so it looks like he's going to transition to a kind of an all-in type play. And the forge, I assume, for +1 attack at this point is what I'm going to assume. Did grab an Archon here, but he's looking pretty solid. CCalms should be okay moving forward. You can see that his army composition is going to be all right. Those Phoenix will be super effective, and he's only committed to 4 thus far. He's going to be working on a 5th. Was supply block there for just a moment. We're going to grab another gateway here momentarily. And from the robotics, nothing quite yet, but it looks like gateway units are probably the answer here. And looks like he's just being as active as he can with these Phoenix. Let's see if these guys picked up some kills. How many have they got? 0 on that guy, lazy. 2 on that guy, not bad. 3 on that guy, really good. It looks like 3 on the last one as well, if I can click him. Nope, just 1. So 1, 2, and 3, and 0. Not a bad little deal. We do have DT. Going to be maintaining some map control here for Tang. I like it. It looks like CCalms cruising around here wants to make sure there are no forward pylons in his base. I'm probably going to see him gear up for an attack. Either that or an expansion. He's going to pick one. Going to pick one indeed. Nice little defense there from Tang. He is at 59 supply to CCalms 71. A little bit of discrepancy there, not too much. However, Tang does have a pretty substantial army here. And he is chrono boosting out that weapons level 1 here. And I think it may be go time at this point. He's going to send out this other DT. Maintaining good map control. CCalms with 6 now. Phoenix. Picking up a Zealot there. Ooh, I would rather have seen him pick up a Stalker, but that's alright. He does pick up the kill at least. But he did lose one of those Phoenix. Cannot lose these guys. They're a relatively expensive commitment here. But he's been relatively cost effective, so all in all, not bad stuff. Here comes your DT. Looks like the vision there is going to let that guy die. CCalms securing his base. It is about 50% done here for his natural. He's going to be working on more Phoenix. I love it. I love it. What can I tell you? And good scouting here from CCalms. Does see Tang cruising out across the field. He's going to be picking up... Oh, losing another one, though, but he is picking up Zealots. So it's just interesting to me. Taking on the Zealots. Continuing to warp in units, but he does feel like Tang is going to be cruising out here. And Tang, wow, look at this. Tang picking up armor level 1 behind this as well. We still see nothing from the robotics. I would like to see some Immortals out on the field. And here comes your big push from Tang. Now he's kind of all in at this point. He's just on the 1 base. We're 13 minutes in. He's going to be warping in a couple extra here and there, and here come your big tanks that Archon's going to be moving forward here. Is he going to have enough to defend? Charge lots for Tang as well. You can see CCalms getting into the mix here, going to be picking up some units. Can't pick up massive units, unfortunately. That'd be nice if we could pick up those Archons, but looks Tang is going to make it into the base here. He's got a lot of Zealots still out on the field. Charge going to be super effective here. You can see CCalms trying to pick them up. Very, very good job there. Is he going to be able to hold on, though? That is the question. Tang got +1 and about to be +1 armor as well, but it looks like CCalms is holding on in very, very big style and is going to now be up 1 base. Wow, great play, and here comes some DTs, however. He's got plenty of vision of this position. However, there's not tons of defense here. There we go. We killed one of them, but that was good DT harass there. Moving in there at just the right time. Pretty smart little move for Tang. However, Tang's still on just the 1 base. He is going to have to hold on very, very dearly here to his very, very precious resources. Look at this main. It's getting very, very close to mined out. Yikes! What can I tell you? Yeah, GR Hooked, you're correct. I mean, that is the reason why CCalms is picking this up. I just want to mention what he's saying out on live stream. I mean, this is a really good point. The reason he's picking them up is because they are a light unit, and the Phoenix do additional damage to those light units, and he wanted to take those out. He knew that the Zealots would probably be his biggest problem in those engagements, and you can see more Zealots going to be cruising in here. We do have 1 Archon and some DTs. Phoenix going to be cruising in and picking up 1 of those guys. Here come the rest. Looks like he's going to be able to pick up quite a few more. And great defense here from CCalms. Charge lots not lasting very long against these Phoenix. Looks like, wow, the Archon lived. He's got picked up 5 kills there. Good stuff, though. Now, CCalms does have a rockin' and rollin' economy. Check that units tab. He is up to 34 probes, being super active with these Phoenix, but he cannot lose them here. Those Archons can blast them away. That splash damage is absolutely brutal. He's down to now 4 Phoenix, but he's got a whole bunch of Zealots of his own. Zealots a great choice here, and he's going to be picking up some Stalkers here as well. Nothing. Oh, there we go. We do have Immortals going to be out on the field here momentarily, and that is going to be helpful. Here comes your attack yet again. Tang, I mean, he's stuck. He cannot really transition into a second base at this point. He's got to try and make this happen with these units right here, right now. Looks like, oh, CCalms almost getting that guy up the ramp. He got kind of stuck, interestingly enough. And the defense is here for CCalms starting to fall. Tang is going to be slightly ahead here with the army composition for just a moment. CCalms going to be evacuating those units. He is going to grab out a Void Ray. Void Rays do additional damage versus armored. However, Archons are not necessarily armored. In fact, they're not at all. Good Void Ray Micro. However, at least it does attack ground. That is going to be nice. Looks like Tang is going to be taking CCalms' position here. Nexus going to go down. Double Void Rays. Looks like that's not a bad choice here. CCalms does need to be very, very careful here. The crazy thing here for Tang is he is way ahead on the upgrades. He's got +1/+1 and nothing on CCalms' army at this point. And those charged lots have been extremely effective. Nice little force field there, however, from CCalms. That's going to be super helpful. But look at this. I mean, Tang just remaxing this army as quickly as he can. Does take out that Nexus. Let's just take a look at units lost. CCalms actually behind quite a bit right now in the units lost. He's going to be working on some more Void Rays here. But this main is completely mined out for Tang. Almost the same deal here for CCalms. However, we'll see if he's going to be able to hold on. Looks like Tang is going to be able to do some long distance mining. That is nice. In the meantime, he is going to be cruising into the main of CCalms with a very, very large army. And this is going to be very difficult to hold off. Pulling all of the probes, CCalms going to try and make this defense happen. But guess what? Archons do a lot of splash damage. Watch these kills just mount. 22 kills on that Archon, 11 on this one now. He's just picking them up, 23. Crazy train, and it looks like CCalms is going to probably be defeated here. Wow, down to 3. One base all in, Tang would not give up that one base all in, and is just making it happen. I do agree, WoW is absolutely in order here. He is taking it down. A beautiful play, has made it happen. Yeah, he never expanded. Not once did he expand, and he's just doing long distance mining. Oh, man. Crazy train, and that is going to send Tang into the finals tonight. Good stuff. But we'll call that game, I think, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys very much. Don't alt-tab, always alt-Starcraft. We will catch you guys in our other semifinal match here momentarily.